So another way that you can create your solid, you can do it digitally by using Geogebra. So Geogebra is an online graphing calculator, and it also has a 3D calculator. I believe Desmos has a graphing 3D calculator as well, but it's not as nice as this one is. It doesn't do as much. Okay, so you can see we have an X and a Y and a Z axis. It doesn't really matter which one we're going to call which, but I'm just going to move this slightly. Okay, so I'm going to say that the green one is the y-axis and the red one is the x-axis. The blue one is going to be my z-axis. All right, so I'm going to go over here to the shapes. I want to plot some points. So just like I did on my grid, I'm going to plot my y-intercept up here at 6. Oh, let me get a grid on here, a little bit easier. Show grid. There we go. Okay. And my slope was -1/3, so down 1/3, down 1/3. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and plot my points for my other line, which y-intercept was 1, slope was 1/2. And they would meet together at C. Okay. I'm going to go to more, and I'm going to find a line. Here we go. So I had 3 lines. I'm not worrying about the whole dash solid thing. One of my lines was on the y-axis itself. And then I had one that goes from A. It doesn't matter if I click on B or C. And then from D, it doesn't matter which one of those I click on. It's going to form that same line. So there we go. And I'm going to use polygon to create my shading, which was between this point, and this point. And it does require me to go back to the original point. Otherwise, it doesn't know, because a polygon can have as many sides as you want. So it needs me to tell it to go back to the beginning. There we go. It's locked in now. I'm going to click back on this mouse so I don't accidentally create another polygon. All right. So there is my shape, and you can see it's only on the X and Y axis. I don't have any height to it yet because I haven't rotated it. So let's go ahead and do the rotation. Let's see here. Rotate around line. That's what I want. We're supposed to rotate it around the y-axis. So I click on that. It does give me instructions down here, but I'm going to click on the polygon and then click on the line I want it to rotate around, which is the y-axis. And then it asks me, well, how do I want to rotate it? So let's start with 45 degrees. I'm just stick with that. And there it is. Oops, you see, I need to click on that first. There's that rotation. You can see we have some height now. Well, let's do it again. And click on that original polygon, click on my line, and let's go with 90 degrees. Sometimes the rotation takes a little bit to show up, but it will show up. There it is. Okay, we have one sticking straight out. Let's do it again. Original polygon, click here, and let's do 135 degrees. And then I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do 180 degrees. All right, let's take a look at it now. Ooh, how cool. So I've basically gotten like this top half in little pieces. I can do that bottom half as well. So let me go click on this again. Okay, not a good angle for me. Can't see my y-axis. There we go. Click on my polygon, click on my line. I'm going to do 45 degrees, but I'm just going to go clockwise. And do it again. 90 degrees clockwise. Again. 135 degrees clockwise. And I'll need to do 180 again because that's going to land me back in the same spot. Ew, look at it now. It's like a little star. It looks so cool. Okay, so I haven't actually formed a solid yet. I'm just kind of showing little cross sections of a solid. So what I need to do is, well, what kind of solid is this really creating? It's really creating two solids. It's creating two cones, one on the bottom and one on the top. Let me just zoom out. So, okay, there we go. So if I were to draw a line straight across right here, straight across the middle, you'd have a cone on the top and a cone on the bottom. It'll be a little bit easier to see when I put the solid in here, so let me do that. I need to find a cone. Here's a cone. Okay, so I need to, this is probably not the best view. No, I clicked my mouse. Go away. Trash that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to actually add a point right here at 4 because that's where my two cones are connected. And in order for me to create a cone, I need to have a top and a bottom point. So it says to select bottom point, then top point. Okay, so here's the bottom of my cone, top of my cone. Radius from middle to edge is 6. Yes, I did it right. There, look, and now I have a cone on the top half. I just need to do that again. It looks like a little umbrella right now. I need to do that for the bottom half. So let me click cone again. Bottom point, top point. Radius is still 6. There we go. So now I have basically a UFO. So very interestingly, whenever you have a triangle and you rotate it around the y-axis, you end up with two cones connected at the widest part. There you go. There's my solid. Yay!